We have also Naomi Wafula, Kenyan pro golfer. He's been out there in South Africa where she, tested her turning pro last year. She's been playing, and she was lucky to have a slot in the prestigious Sunshine Development Golf Tour. And she was in South Africa for 2 months early this month, and she's here to share her experiences in this particular series and really what are her plans and targets at this particular season. I'm Bernardo Kumu, karibuni sana. But remember, also be keeping tabs on what's happening in the country, especially the Africa Connected Summit that's ongoing here in Nairobi. We'll be joining our crew on the ground. But let's begin with Naomi Wafula. Naomi, karibu sana on Sports Check. Good to have you. Last time we talked to you, had just turned pro and you had just gotten the slot, to join the SDT, the Sunshine Development Tour. But right now you've tested the waters. Karibu again, but how has it been for you since you turned pro and also featured in the in South Africa in the Sunshine Development Tour?
Last year I turned pro. I became the first female to turn under the Professional Golfers of Kenya, which was an amazing milestone for me. It was always my dream to turn professional and play internationally. And I'm so grateful we had the Sunshine Development Tour start in Kenya, which was an amazing pathway for us talented golfers from East Africa to go to the bigger stage internationally. And after making cuts in most of the events from season 1, I got the opportunity to go play in South Africa. I got the Sunshine Ladies Tour card. So I just came back from South Africa. I participated in 6 Sunshine Ladies Tour events, and it was an amazing experience. It's very different from back here in Kenya, but I was so happy to put the Kenyan flag up there internationally, because mostly you see the Kenyan flag in running, in rugby, internationally, and it's now getting better that we have golf also. We are flying the Kenyan flag internationally up there. Yeah.
How high did it fly during the 6 events? What kind of experience do you get while in South Africa during the 6 events?
The experience it's tough. You have to really do a lot of practice, and you're playing against the best players from all over the world. So everybody in the field is very good, so you have to do a lot of hard training to be able to compete in that stage. And I feel like it's also a very white dominated sport. So sometimes you're just 1 or 2, 3 colored black girls out there. And I feel it's for me to compete out there, I feel I'm encouraging and giving hope to juniors back here in Kenya and East Africa that we colored black girls, we belong out there in the big stage as well.
Sure.
Yes.
And now how do you handle that, finding yourself that you're the only one there, probably, and even like in South Africa, there's nobody else but you who's coming from Kenya. But mentally, what does that get you to?
For me, when I am out there, I count it as a blessing, because that's always been my dream since I was a kid, to play on that big international level. And it's a blessing for me, and I hope when I'm out there, I'm just always hoping that this is encouraging somebody else out there, that's wherever you come from, you can do it, you can compete in these big stages. Yeah. And
maybe did your performances point to somewhat give a guide on where we are as far as maybe women golf is concerned, especially in East Africa?
I will say we are, after South Africa, Kenya comes second in the golf destination in Africa. So I'll say we are doing really great, and the level there, it's very tight competition. South Africa is a very golf destination place. So many golf courses, there's so many good players. So it also makes you grind hard. Yeah.
And definitely that particular exposure and experience will be vital and crucial for you, especially now that you're back and you're looking forward to the local tours and series.
Yes, I feel it's made me a very tough player, having played those 6 events in South Africa, because after I came back, we started the second season of the Sunshine Development Tour and the Professional Golfers of Kenya Equator Tour, which just concluded yesterday, and I was able to make cuts in a field of men. So it just shows that me going to South Africa, it really boosted me. It's made me tougher than I was before I went there. Yeah.
And talk about the rest of the, you know, the female golfers that you're with, especially in this particular, the PGK, the Professional Golfers Tour, you know, with the vet lab leg. Now you're looking forward to the second leg, which will be later on next month. But what do you make of the three of you, of the rest of your counterparts who are also in the team?
Yeah, right now we are only 3 professional females in Kenya. So we are grateful that the Professional Golfers of Kenya have given us that opportunity, and they allow us to compete with the men. Otherwise, we have to go outside Kenya to be able to compete in the big stages. But they've set these pathways for us, and we also have corporates who are supporting golf right now in a big way. So we are very grateful for these opportunities, and we are hoping that more girls can be able to join the sport. It's also been a very male-dominated sport. When I was playing as a junior, most times we were just 2 girls, 3 girls playing with the boys. But right now we have so many junior programs, and we have so many girls who've picked up the sports, and we have so many potential junior girl golfers who can now turn professional and play it as a career. So I think we're heading in the right direction. Yeah.
I mean, and also maybe just three is such a small number, but I know that there are, you know, different initiatives, several efforts that are being done just to shore up the number, have the number rise. But what else will get maybe the girls get play golf, more of them, maybe in the next 5 years, because 3 is such, you know, a small number, you know, going back to the days of your mentor, Rose Naliaka, and up to now, it's unimaginable to think that we still have that number that's low.
Yeah, actually, we are also very grateful to Rose Naliaka for starting the girls program, golf program for us when we were younger, which has made us who we are today. And I will say, right now there is also so many junior programs encouraging girls to play the sport and take it as a career. And there are so many potential from the junior girl golfers. So I feel in the next 5 years, in the future, we'll have more girls turning professionals, and the number is definitely growing for the girls. And we have a lot of support, so it's going to, the number is growing for the girls. Yeah.
Well, who are some of the players that you have your eye on and you're watching them come up, especially the female golfers?
We have Kanana Mudhoni. She's very talented. She's upcoming junior. We have Bianca Ngeshu and her sister Brianna. We have Chanel Wangare. Like, there's quite a number of them who are very talented, and they want to take the sport as a career, which is a good sign. And most of these girls, they look up to us. We are their role models. So we also try to set up, we also try to go the right way, you know, to do the right things, to be disciplined in the sport, to work hard, so that we can motivate the young juniors upcoming. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And having been in South Africa, or rather in the Sunshine Development Tour, 6 events, and now you're back, have your targets changed in a way?
Yes, my targets have changed. I've learned, I got a lot of lessons when I went down in South Africa, and my targets have definitely changed. So I'm so grateful that South Africa made me see the things in a different way, especially for taking golf as a career. So I'm going to take in the lessons that I took in South Africa, apply them in the upcoming tournaments. Right now we are on a break, and from next month we'll be back-to-back competing almost every week. So I feel that South Africa prepared me so well for these experiences. Yeah.
And what lessons did you pick from South Africa?
It's a grind. You have to like eat, sleep, dream, golf if you want to take it as a career. So it's a grind. You have to 100% really focus, be disciplined, and work for it. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
And what has kept you consistent all this time, you know, looking at South Africa and also looking at what's coming up? You mean you've been consistent from age 12 or 13? Yes.
Yes. Well, golf is that sport where you'll have your good seasons, your bad seasons. So it's, for me, it's really taught me that you have to fight through all of it. The good seasons, the bad seasons. Sometimes you're putting in so much work and you're not getting good outcome.
Yes.
But I feel like it's just like life. Like sometimes you're trying to do things in life and it doesn't go your way. So golf is like that. It makes you really want more. Even like if you don't make it today, it makes you to go back tomorrow and keep trying, just to keep trying until it comes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when you're putting in work and maybe the results are not coming, or they're coming in but not in a way that you wanted, that maybe switches your concept of what hard work is.
Yeah, sometimes it's a bit of a disappointment when you're putting in a lot of work and it's not coming through. But I've read a lot of the stories from the big players who've made it really big in history, the international big players. And when you look back at their stories, you see that even them from the start, it was always not always good. So like they sometimes they'll fail to make the cuts, but it's how you just take things positively, you take in the lessons and keep pushing. And most of them, they miss cuts from the start, but today they are the best players in the world. So it's just about taking in the lessons and just keep pushing. Yeah.
Of the big stories, maybe whose story sticks out for you?
Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, he's a colored golf. He's one of the best golfers in history of golf, and him as a colored player out there, golf is also a very white-dominated sport internationally. But Tiger, every time he went out there, like sometimes he was not even allowed to get into the clubhouses because he was colored. When he got to the parking of the golf clubs, he'll just ask, where is the next tee box and what's the course record, and he'll go straight to the tee box because they wouldn't allow him to go in and to go into the clubhouses because he was colored. So I feel he didn't let that put him down. He fought through it all. So Tiger is a great inspiration that, you know, you don't focus on the negative that comes your way. You focus on the positive and you'll make it. Yes.
Yeah, and for you also, maybe you could have experienced it a little bit when you're in South Africa. Definitely this raises your consciousness about, you know, the struggle that people face, probably, especially the black people.
Yeah, when I went to South Africa, for me, it's really opened my eyes, and I realized how it's a blessing for a black golfer to be out there in the big stage, because for golf, the international stage, it's you'll only find mostly 2 or 3 black girls out there, and now when you get to experience that, you realize how a blessing it is, and it makes you to push to want to do it and to prove that, like, we colored girls, we also belong out there. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
And definitely that's some of the life lessons that you take with you.
Yes.
And what you'll maybe let the young ones know, those who are coming through, and the ones that you'll mentoring or trying to follow in your footsteps, just letting them know that it's not easy, but those are the barriers maybe that you have to break or bring down, and that's a huge responsibility. Do you feel so?
Yes, and however, for me, I enjoy doing what I do, and that's the best part of it. I love playing golf, I love competing, and that's why I decided to turn professional, especially after they started bringing golf events, professional events right here in Kenya. And for me, it's a passion. So when I'm out there, I really love it, I enjoy it, and it makes me you know, I'm happy out there. So I hope other girls can always enjoy what they do. Yes.
Sure. And have you come from, you know, building the ranks, gotten your introduction to the sport through Rose Naliaka Golf Academy. How did this prepare you for the for these opportunities? How did it shape you and prepare you for the current opportunity that you're getting, and also the achievements that you've gained so far?
Yeah, it's been a long, amazing experience. I started playing when I was 6 years old, and golf, it's that sport where you can start at any age, but it's such an advantage when you start when you are younger, and it's made me develop a passion to also coach the juniors, so that because I've been through that journey. I've been through the golf program through Rose Naliaka, so we know how it's been from the start. It's been sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not easy, but I understand it, so it puts me in a position where I'm able to mentor the upcoming juniors, because I was through that as well. Yeah. You'll
be getting into mentorship so soon. What's the special thing maybe you'll be telling them?
That you have to, the grinding is real. You have to grind. You have to focus on your passion, on what you want, on what you love. And yeah, the grinding, the focus, the discipline, to be humble, and you'll always achieve what, even if you don't achieve what you wanted, good things will come to you if you just keep the focus.
Right.
Yes.
And stay on the grind, right?
Yes.
And do you think that that's possible? Maybe looking at the pool of the players that we have, are they listening? Is it possible? And how soon can we have Kenyan players, female players that are knocking on the global doors?
I feel very soon. Like Kina Kanana, they're very talented. They have the passion for the game. They're playing really solid. And so I feel very soon we'll have golfers winning in the international stage. We have players like Njoroge Kibugu as well.
Sure.
And they're very talented, and now we see a future, and we have hope that soon the Kenyan flag will be winning in international golf stage. Yes.
And Kenya Open, I know it's been here since 2021, and last 2023 you probably became only Kenyan to make the cut, right?
Yes.
I mean, looking at that pool of players who normally take part in that European tour, what did this mean to you, and especially as well to the game?
It just meant that, we can do it, and if you have the support, because to be able to compete in that stage, you need a lot of support, mentally, physically. You do gym, you train, and when you have the right people supporting you, because on your own it's difficult to do it on your own. So you need a team to support you, and it's very possible. So for me, when I became the first female to make cut in the Magical Kenya Ladies Open, that was a very big achievement for me. I had amazing support during that time. So sometimes the people behind the scene, they really do a good job for us to be able to achieve these things. Yes.
And definitely 2025, 2026, 2027, I mean, you have to be on the podium maybe in the Magical Tour, in the Magical Kenya Open?
So the Magical Kenya Open, right now it's only the men's, the DP World Tour that happens in Kenya. So for us ladies, like for me, I'm hoping through these tours that I'm playing this year, the SDT, the PGK, I'm hoping through good performance that I can be able to get invites into the international level. So for the Kenya Open, that one is only for the men. So hopefully I perform well, get invites, and go again and compete in the international level.
And talk about the local tour, which is the PGK. The first one, of course, just ended at Vet Lab.
Yes.
Your performance right there, what would you say about it? Did it give you maybe a sneak preview or a peek into how your season will pan out and be like competing against men?
Yes, we had the first tournament of the second season of PGK that concluded yesterday at Vet Lab. I made cut in that one. And for me, it just makes me want to keep grinding, because from how I played in South Africa, the level of competition, it's very high. You can't compare it to Kenya at the moment. It's very, very high. So for me, when I was competing yesterday, I was comparing that performance with South Africa because it's very different. So I think I'm very much prepared for the upcoming tours. Yeah.
What are they doing right? The South Africans, what are they doing right?
They have amazing support system, and of course the grinding, you just have to keep grinding and keep grinding. Yeah.
And it's been made more professional. Maybe people don't have to worry about anything but just going to the greens and hitting the balls. At the PGK, maybe at the conclusion of it all, how important will this be to our, and also maybe the importance of such tours to the Kenyan golfer who, you know, are always yearning for such opportunities and such legs or tours or series of, you know, tournaments?
Yeah, we are so grateful for these tours. These are amazing pathways for us to go to the international level. Yeah, so through the PGK, through the SDT, it's a preparation for us. So we are grateful to the corporates, to the event organizers who are coming together to put these tours together to give us golfers a platform, because without these tours, you have to go the longer, most difficult route to get to that international level. But these are amazing pathways, right, which have been set for us right here at home to be able to go through to get to the international level. Yeah. And
the Kenyan golfers definitely should take advantage of them in the Sunshine. Now, what remains for you in the Sunshine Development Tour after the conclusion of the 6 events, you know, in March and February?
Yeah, so for the Sunshine Ladies Tour, it's only 6 events, 8 events, 2 of them being conjunctioned with the Ladies European Tour, and the season is over already. So now I'm back competing in the local tours for the rest of the year, and I'm using these tours for me as a pathway to try and go back to the international level. Yeah.
How hard or how easy will that be?
It's difficult, but what I'll say is it's a much easier pathway than if these tournaments were not there and then we had to go through the longer route to try and get to the international level. So as much as it's difficult, it's still a much better option for us to get to the international level. Yeah.
And maybe that's the word that every golfer out there should be knowing, that the PGK, just beyond the prize pass and the ranking points, it's also like a lifetime opportunity for them to knock on these prestigious tours that, you know, have been elusive for quite some time for Kenyan golfers.
Yes, and it just shows that they've given us a platform that, you know, we can play this sport as a career. This is how we are making money, and it pushes you to grind hard, because now we have the option where you can say, okay, I want to take golf as a career, to play these tours and make money through these tours. So this also that besides us having the platform to go international, it's also another platform for us where we can make money. Yeah.
Maybe apart from the Equator Tour, which is the PGK Tour, what are other crucial or key tournaments for you this campaign?
So yeah, now it's just the Professional Golfers of Kenya Equator Tour from next month, and also the Sunshine Development Tour from next month. So I'm very excited and looking forward to be competing in these events, and hopefully I'll be able to get more invites to go international. Yeah.
And your targets remain the same in the Equator Tour? Especially in Thika, would you want to do it better than what maybe not making the cut is enough, but going all the way to, you know, top?
Yes, I'm now focusing on getting good scores, because I want to play to the level that was being played in South Africa and the level that's being played in Europe, in US. So that means you have to compete with the course, actually not even with the players, because anytime now you compete with the golf course, you get an underpass score, then you'll always know you are on the leaderboard. So that's my target this year, to play more underscores, yeah, to be able to put me in good positions.
Yes, to get good marks, right?
Yes.
And looking at maybe the rest of the pack, the female players that you are with in this particular tour, the Equator Tour, right? What will bring them? Maybe your performance will, pull them along? I feel already just me, like after I turned professional, we had so many golfers now turning professional. So I feel it's not just about the performance, but just taking that step to go to that higher level of competition, because once you turn professional, it's not the same as being an amateur. So it's just a decision that you make that you have to be prepared for. It's very different from when you're amateur. On this other side, it's like, as I said earlier, it's like you eat, you sleep, you dream, everything, it's golf. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. We wish you all the best, Naomi. Looking at the events that are coming up, of course, we've talked so much about the Equator Tour and also the Sunshine Development Tour. What ranks top amongst all these events this year for you? Definitely Sunshine?
Right now, I'm aiming for better scores. That's my goal. I want to play all the rounds I play. I want it to be under par score. And with under par score in golf, it will always put you at the top, always give you a good position. So my main goal this year is to prove to myself that we are able to play these under par scores. Yeah.
Sure. All the best, Naomi, as you look forward to being in the playing in this Sunshine Development Tour once again. After the opening legs, I know that you've come back with plenty of lessons, and you'll be approaching probably the next round with, with more wisdom and knowing what to do, right?
Yes.
Especially in rainy conditions.
Yeah, with golf, you really have to learn to adapt to all the weather conditions. Like in South Africa, it was so windy or it was raining a lot, and you really have to adapt to play in all these weather conditions. Yes.
Yes, indeed. We wish you all the best as you look forward to leaving a mark and flying the Kenyan flag high in international competitions. Naomi, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And we hope to have you again at the conclusion, probably, of the SDT and even Equator. You are much welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yes, indeed. That was Naomi Wafula.